I mean, the first was just going back and forth. We talked about, they're headed for a 70-point half. And I thought we responded. I thought more than anything, we responded with staying the course with our energy. We've watched this particular team just wear everybody out because they just keep coming. And they did it tonight. We just held a level of intensity. And, obviously the shot making was there tonight. When you have two 39-point quarters, that helps. But we talked yesterday about their ability to just wear teams out, attacking the paint, offensive rebounding, and getting to the free throw line. Well, they had 34 free throws tonight. That's something that we have to be more aware of. But overall, I mean, this team has beaten Milwaukee. They beat Utah. They wore Toronto down the other day. So I was proud of the way we just held it down with our mentality tonight.
Any update on Aiden?
We don't know yet. I actually saw it. It was out the corner of my eye. I saw his gait change, and I realized he twisted it. It looked like a quick twist, so I'm not quite sure. We'll have a report, an update later.
Obviously, you play without him. You don't want to, but you play without him. So nice with it.
Yeah, I mean, just we were able to add different bigs to the game. I thought when they went small, Jalen was a better matchup for Lyles. We were able to switch, and Jalen, his ability to block shots and rebound helped us. In the first half, it wasn't a great matchup for JaVale on Lyles. He was getting to the basket on JaVale and getting to the free throw line too. So we just changed it up a little bit, and it certainly helps having Biz over there ready to come in and play.
Looking at Booker, another 30-point game.
Yeah.
Like he's got his rhythm going right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's an efficiency to it now. He only took 18 shots, and I think he did it in 29 minutes. So, and I thought he sprayed it around the gym. When they were trapping him or they were shifting against his pick and roll, he was finding Jay on the backside. He and Chris were trying to find Jay on the backside, and Mikal as well. So 30 points in 29 minutes is huge, and to do it on the road against a team like that just keeps coming after you is pretty cool.
You mentioned that Detroit's mentality. How good was it to get in a game like this where you're like, okay, this game similar to Toronto?
Yeah, it's 2 games in a row where we've, had to just fight for the win. Teams that just, they may not score it the way that a lot of the teams we face in the West do, but the mentality is, it's like an old Utah team. They just keep coming at your head. And we've been talking about how solid and details and everything counts. Those 3 words have been a big part of our vocabulary lately, because when you're playing against teams like that, if you can just stay solid with, the offensive guys we have, at some point we feel like we can win games, because solid tends to overcome some of that at times.
And lastly, for me, back-to-back, Antonio.
Yeah.
It's been a close game.
Yeah.
Them,
Yeah.
Quick turn, not as quick a turnaround as a day game.
Yeah. I think it helps, but it's still a back-to-back. The thing that helped us was, none of our starters played in the 30s. So that helps. And I think our guys they just want to play, and we've been trying to do our best to take advantage of the off days, and even practice days have been a lot shorter, just so we can be prepared for moments like this. But San Antonio's, they had a big win yesterday against the Clippers. DeJounte is playing out of his mind right now. He's one of the best guards in the league. And they've posed some problems for us just because they're a lot like us. They're just steady and they just keep pounding the rock. And we have some film work to get across to our guys so that we can be prepared for tomorrow.
Finish with a few on Zoom. We'll start with Kellen Olson.
Hey, Monty. For the last game against the Pistons in Phoenix, they had that 17-0 run in the third quarter. Was that something that you brought up to show that they're kind of capable of doing that in a game like this?
We just talked about the second half in general, but that certainly was a part of it. And we talked about Cade's ability to just potentially take over a game. But yeah, our guys were aware of that run for sure. But in general, just the second half at our place wasn't great. And we talked about that a lot yesterday.
When you log 30 assists the way you guys did today with no one registering more than 6, how nice is it to get the ball movement going like that on a road trip like this?
Well, I mean, that's who we are. That's our DNA offensively is it's a we score mentality. We probably should count hockey assists because a lot of our guys will pass the ball when they know the next guy is going to get the shot. And I thought Chris and Book did that tonight. They got off of it and maybe somebody else was going to get the assist. That just speaks to their willingness to do whatever to win games. But it is cool when you look at the assist totals across the board. You see Payne with 5 off the bench, and then Landry and Ish and guys like that who are out there playing the same way speaks to the DNA of our team.
We'll do 2 more. Jim Conlon from Ireland.
Hey, Monty, it seemed that really the Detroit Pistons were able to stay with you until halftime. And then in the third quarter, your defense really kicked in. And while they struggled to get stops, you were able to get multiple stops in that third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we scored 39 points. So that allowed us to set our defense. When teams have to take the ball out and we can get back and set our defense, we feel like it is an advantage for us. And we understand how they wanted to score. So we were trying to pack the paint as much as we can and force them to shoot shots outside of the paint. You know, they're a younger team and, you know, our guys were aware of the talent level of the team, but we just felt like if we could pack the paint and force them into the third and fourth options, we'd have some success.
Last will be Tab Deportes from Puerto Rico.
Hi, Coach. I hope you're doing well. The team Thank you. The team reached the half of the season with the best record of the NBA. What is your balance at the moment, and which area do you think they need to improve?
Yeah, I mean, at the halfway point, we feel like the rebounding is the issue for us that we have to continue to hammer home. We're a smaller team than a lot of teams in the NBA. And so the rebounding away from outside of DA, JaVale, Biz has to remain steady. We're putting a lot of pressure on our guards to get in there and box out and rebound. And we feel like that's something that we have to, you know, improve and maintain as we progress. There's probably 15 other things that I could tell you about our team that we need to get better at, but that's just me at times over coaching, I would imagine.
Yeah, I always enjoy it, man. Just having family here. Kind of what I talked about last game in Indy. You know, it's a different feeling when you run out there and you see a lot of number 1 jerseys or a lot of Phoenix Suns jerseys. And I talk about perspective, man. You know, there's no better feeling than that. You know, as a kid growing up around this way, 2 hours west, you know, I didn't really get a chance to come over here and watch the Pistons play. So to be able to, you know, kind of turn it around and, you know, get an opportunity to play against my favorite franchise is a good time.
What was it? I think you started 8 of 9. What was kicked in for you early to get to start like that?
Just making shots for real. You know, that's what it comes down to. You know, coach putting us in the right situation and big fellas setting good screens and, you know, Chris getting the ball there on time, on target.
Saw a stretch where a little interaction with fans. What was that? I mean, I know that you do that, but
Yeah.
what was it like doing it here, knowing that?
I just have fun with this thing, Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, too blessed to be stressed for real. You know, I'm just out there enjoying myself. And, you know, I had my good friend Tyler Eulis, he was sitting courtside. So after my dunk, that's who I looked at.
Okay.
I'm flexing on him and he's sitting there amping me up. So, you know, just to have family in the building and be able to do it, you know, like that, it was fun.
You know, when you put a team together, you don't know what's gonna happen with injury, but when Aiden goes out, you got McGee, Biombo, Smith. What's it like to know that, you know, you're better with Aiden, but knowing if he does go down for a stretch that you got the guys that can back him up?
I mean, it's team basketball, you know, that's culture, that's environment. And, you know, we take pride in that, you know, in the next man up mentality. So, you know, obviously I'm fortunate, you know, I think DA stepped on my foot actually, which, you know, I don't like, but, you know, it's just a road recovery. We're going to get him back. And in the meantime, you know, next man up.
Last thing I have was you got a obviously back-to-back San Antonio. They played you guys close the last couple times. What is it about them that maybe that makes them a tough out, or the war has made them a tough out?
They play hard. They play the right way, and they have talent over there. So, you know, we know what type of game it's going to be, especially in San Antonio. You know, they're going to come out and play, and you know they've whooped us a couple times in the past couple years. So, you know, we have that on our mind, and we're just going to go out there and try to play our brand of basketball.
Finish with 2 on Zoom. First, Kellen Olson.
Hey, Book, to your first answer, how much of a refresh can points like this in the regular season be where you get a nice 2-game stretch of just seeing some family for a bit?
That's great. You know, especially, you know, what's been going on in the world with the pandemic. And, you know, I think everybody's life changing to, you know, especially us being so isolated from people and family. That's what, you know, it's forced on us. So, you know, even the chance to get to see them at a distance in a wave, you know, I haven't got to have real family interaction with them, but, you know, anything is better than nothing. So, you know, they came out here and, you know, I'm still deep out here. 40, 50 people came. So, you know, it was exciting.
Last one will be Jim Conlon from Ireland.
Hi, Buck. Especially in that first quarter, the Pistons are a vibrant, dynamic young team. Those 10 points you got in the first quarter, the Pistons were in your face. There were all sort of contested sort of shots as well that you had to make under pressure. You must be proud of that sort of first quarter, those 10 points especially. They were difficult shots.
Yeah, they've been playing great basketball. I mean, we knew that Coach Mont came in and stressed it to us that, you know, they've beaten Utah and Milwaukee in their last 5 games. And, you know, we know those aren't easy opponents. So, you know, they're playing free, they're playing confident. And, you know, we didn't want to get caught up in that trap of coming out here and thinking it's going to be sweet. So, you know, we just came with, you know, the right mindset and, you know, let the score do what it does. But, you know, we just want to play hard and defend at a high level.
Man, I feel it a lot when I'm scoring the ball. They love it. They might love it more than me. But I mean, it just get us going a little bit more. They see me attacking, then the next guy want to do the same thing. It's kind of like a trickle down effect. That's why I got to bring it every night, especially for the bench.
I wanted to ask about the 3-card look, whether it's, you know, it can be any number of combinations.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like that look when you guys go?
I love it. In a sense, sometimes, you know, you can't leave CP. Kind of open the floor a little bit more. Then you got Sham out there and you can't really leave Sham. It just, you know, coach do a good job with the lineups, and it just allows us to play a little bit freer. I know when Book was out, they kind of tried to take out CP and pick him up full and everything. So we started looking at the little lineups, and I mean, I like it. Like I said, it keeps the floor open, allows me to get downhill, allows C to get downhill, allows C to play off the catch, allows Sham to get going. It's just, you know, it's a lot of things. And defensively, you know, we get to switch everything, be a little bit more aggressive defensively. And I mean, I love it.
Is it more of a help on the offensive end or the defensive end?
Both. I think it's a equal thing. I mean, we just do it on both ends of the floor. I mean, I feel like it just helps us on both sides.
Last thing I have was, you have Aiden go out, you guys have played without him this year.
Mm-hmm.
To have JaVale, to have Biombo, to have Smith.
Mm-hmm.
What's that luxury like to have guys that can come in?
Is really big time because we done went down to only one. So it's big that we got 2 more coming right back behind. Just like Book said, it's next man up mentality. We got that. It's in the culture within the team. So I don't really see no big fall off because next man up, man. We just got that instilled in us. So I'm cool, busy, come do the same thing. Vale come do the same thing. We just keep playing Suns basketball.
Kellen Olson on Zoom.
Hey, Cam, with how many guys have been in and out the last 6 weeks and your job as the point guard and trying to keep things flowing, what's been the main thing that you've kind of been focusing on over this stretch when the second unit has almost been changing every game?
Honestly, man, just try to get stops. I know offensively, packages kind of get a little bit slimmer, but everything takes care of itself with talking on defense, getting it done on the defensive end. As long as we get stops, I feel like offense will just take care of itself. We get stops, we just get to play. Don't really have to call too many plays.
We'll finish with Jim Conlon from Ireland.
Hey, Cam, when DA went down there, we're all used to Phoenix with their guards and high scoring and double sort of digit games. But JaVale McGee, 20 points plus game there today. Everything he seemed to touch went in, especially in close.
Oh man, JaVale stepped up big time, man. He a big time vet in this league. Only played 15 minutes, got 20. That's what he does. He's an ultimate pro. I'm glad we got him on our team. Like I said, DA went down. JaVale just filled them shoes. Like there was no drop off. And that's big time. That's big time for JaVale.